Hello, friends. Have you ever gazed up into the night sky and wondered at the possibility of life on other planets?
The very first thing you see when you start a new game in the remake of 2005's Destroy All Humans is a reminder that this is a game from another time. And while that's certainly true in some respects, after spending more than a few hours with the 2020 version, it's clear that the updates to its visuals and gameplay are trying hard to modernize the end of the world as we used to know it in some fun and intuitive ways. If you've never played the original, here's the short version. You're Crypto-137, a clone of Crypto-136 who crash-landed on Earth in the 1950s, where you now need to wreak havoc to help secure the future of the Furon Empire. And you do so with a host of classic sci-fi weaponry ranging from disintegrator rays to mind control and telekinesis to a death ray mounted on your very own flying saucer. All of those elements are back, and have all been tweaked and updated to feel and function like a game that didn't launch alongside the first Guitar Hero. The development team's go-to line since they revealed the game last year is that they're not aiming for a one-to-one remake of the original, they're remaking what people remember playing. And that targeted nostalgia works, for the most part. Like I said, the of a different time disclaimer definitely rings true, and while that mostly comes through in jokes that were clearly targeted at players a generation above my own,
I wonder if it's true what they say about Milton Berle.
it's a bit surprising to see that some of the jokes that were questionable even in 2005 have still made the cut.
This don't ask, don't tell thing is really working for me.
That said, most of this send-up of the 50s Cold War craze remains accessible, in part thanks to the more cartoonish designs of the updated art style, but also because of the talent of the original voice cast. J. Grant Albrecht's off-brand Nicholson impression helps Crypto reinforce the satiric undertones of the game with every line.
But there's a time for thought, and there's a time for action.
And while I'll never not think of the Angry Beavers or Invader Zim when I hear Richard Horvitz, his bombastic delivery as Orthopox makes even the most exposition-y exposition enjoyable.
It is imperative we identify the dominant life forms on this world.
The biggest features the remake focuses on are modernization and replayability. Now, after completing each area's story missions, you can revisit each sandbox to zap, probe, and disintegrate to your heart's content, or tackle a series of challenges, most of which revolve around some form of zapping, disintegrating, and probing. Causing chaos in each area was fun, and while the challenges seemed like a good way to earn some much-needed upgrade points, some of the later ones in my demo felt a little unbalanced against my modestly upgraded arsenal. Though I suppose that is why they call them challenges. In terms of the moment-to-moment gameplay, all of the mechanical updates I saw appear to serve that purpose of remaking the memories well. Being able to use multiple abilities simultaneously, not having to swap between weapons and telekinesis for instance, is a welcome addition, and I honestly can't imagine not being able to control the height of my spacecraft during the flying sections, even if they did still feel a little stilted. It's also worth noting that a lot of the original gameplay ideas, like being able to assume the form of humans and read their minds or hypnotize them, all hold up, and even seem to benefit from the more intricate environmental redesigns. I'm mostly curious to know if these modernizations hold up throughout the entirety of the new Destroy All Humans. I played roughly half the main story if memory serves, and despite some occasionally repetitive mission structure, it was 2005 after all, it had yet to wear out its welcome. Whether or not this remake will serve as just a one-time novelty or a reboot for the entire series remains to be seen, but at the very least, it's been fun to jump back into the little green boots of Crypto-137.
I am not green.
For more on the new Destroy All Humans, why not check out some brand new gameplay or see what the developers recently had to say about their efforts to modernize a classic. For all your other extraterrestrial shenanigans, you're already in the right place here at IGN.